The Atlanta Hawks just wrapped up one of the smartest off seasons in the NBA. And with one roster spot left, the picture is finally coming into focus. So now it's time to ask the real question. Who came out as the biggest winners and losers from the Hawks free agent and off-season moves? Let's break it all down right now because some of these names might actually surprise you. Let's start with the obvious. Number one, Trae Young is the biggest winner. Atlanta's front office just built the perfect roster around their superstar. They added shooting in Kristaps Porzingis, Kennard, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Caleb Houstan. They added length and versatility at every position. And more importantly, they didn't blow up the cap sheet or gut the draft cabinet to do so. So, this is a dream scenario for Trae Young. He's got a stretch big who can protect the rim and hit threes. He's got wings who can slash, shoot, and defend. And he's got a bench that can actually hold leads. And with this roster, there are no excuses for Trae Young. If Trae wants to enter the MVP conversation and finally take the Hawks to the next level, this is the squad to do it with. Now, winner number two, it has to be Zaccharie Risacher. Remember, Risacher's best moments came when the floor was spaced and the game was fast. Well, after this offseason, the Hawks just turbocharged the spacing. With Kennard, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Houstan all able to stretch the floor, Zach is no longer boxed up to being that spot-up shooter. Now he can be the athletic slasher or playmaker he's meant to be. He'll be cutting into wide-open lanes, catching lobs, and attacking closeouts all year. And even better, Atlanta doesn't need Zaccharie Risacher to be the savior. He gets to grow, develop, and flourish along a veteran core that lets him play free. Who wouldn't want to do that? Now, winner number three, Jalen Johnson. Now, here's a sleeper pick, but I'm telling you, this man is about to eat. Jalen Johnson was already a breakout candidate last year, but now he's got less pressure, better spacing, and more help around him on both ends. He doesn't have to carry the second unit's offense anymore. He can facilitate, slash, and feast off mismatches. And defensively, adding Porzingis and Nickeil means that Jalen Johnson doesn't have to guard the biggest guy on the court every night. This game is about to slow down for Jalen. And when it does, watch out. Because this year, this could be the year that he fully breaks out and be an all-star to an all-NBA type player. Now, I talked about the wins, but it's time for the tough conversations. The losers. And first up, it has to be Onyeka Okongwu. Look, I love Onyeka Okongwu's game. He's an elite rim protector, mobile big, and great in the pick and roll. But with Kristaps Porzingis expected to start at the 5, where does Onyeka Okongwu fit? He's too good to be a backup, but he might not get the 30-plus minutes he deserves. You throw in Asa Newell's emergence and the Hawks' desire to stretch the floor, and suddenly Onyeka's role gets a little bit murky. Now, he played some of the best basketball down the stretch. He really did last year, but now he has to worry about his reduced minutes and possibly even his starting job. This is further exemplified by the media already putting Kristaps Porzingis as the day one starter. And I think this is unfair to Onyeka, especially a guy that came in, did his job, and did it at a very high level. So what do you think? Do you think Onyeka or Kristaps Porzingis should be the day one starter? Let me know. Loser number two, I'm going to put these two together. I'm going to lump these two together and say it's Vit Krejci and Mohamed Gay. Both are solid young pieces. They really are. They both bring energy, defense, and hustle. But the additions of Caleb Houstan, Asa Newell, Kennard, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker really hurts those two. And they shrink the window for Vit and Mo Gay. The forward rotation is just extremely crowded right now. And in a league where you need minutes to get paid, these two might find themselves squeezed out of a regular rotation. That doesn't mean they won't contribute. I'm not saying that. But the margin is much smaller now. And honestly, they're hoping for injuries, something that Hawks fans aren't hoping at all. Now, loser number three, Quin Snyder. Now, this one might be somewhat controversial, but hear me out. Quin Snyder is under a lot of pressure. Most people would say he's a winner after this offseason, but I'm flipping it. Why? Because now he has zero excuses. Ansi Soleil handed him a team that fits his system perfectly. Shooting, check. Defensive versatility, check. Bench depth, check. Superstar point guard, check. So what happens if this team is still 500 in January? What happens if they flame out in the play-in again? Just look at JB Bickerstaff in Cleveland. Young roster, playoff team, didn't meet expectations, gone. Quin Snyder has to deliver now. Otherwise, he might be next. So there you have it. The biggest winners and losers from the Hawks offseason. Trae, Risacher, Jalen Johnson are primed to thrive. And yet, Vic and Moge need to fight to hold on to their ground. And Quin Snyder, he better bring it. This team is built to win now, and there has to be no more excuses. But if you enjoyed this breakdown, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Hawks content. And leave it down in the comments. Who do you think won or lost the Hawks offseason this year? Let me know. And if you want to see more videos, check this one out right here. And like always,